That's exactly what I did. But to my surprise, when I ran pressure through the high side, nothing came back on the low side. I said, that's strange. I have another blockage somewhere. Now, the only possible explanation would be we have a faulty expansion valve and it's stuck in the closed position. Okay? So far, I did not have any issues. I established what the main problem was, which is the expansion valve is stuck in its closed position. But what I decided to do was equalize the pressure through my gauges between the high side and the low side and let the nitrogen out only through the high side. And to my surprise, what happened is, as nitrogen was coming out through the high side, my low side was dropping accordingly. And this event really threw me off. I said, I don't understand. I don't get it. So again, just to recap, I let the nitrogen out through the low side. The high side doesn't drop. But if I let the nitrogen out only through the high side, my low side starts dropping the way it's supposed to do. And in the back of my mind, that just did not make any sense. So I thought about it. I said, I can't explain this. Now, I know the expansion valve is broken, but why is this happening? So I made a phone call to someone that obviously has got a lot more experience than I do. So I explained to him exactly what I just said earlier. And he said to me the following: when you change the orifice, did you see a 1 to 2 millimeter movement? It's usually up. So when you push this, the orifice will go up by 2 millimeters. It will always stay in that tiny gap. So I said, well, I didn't really pay attention to that. He goes, that's what's happening. What is happening is your valve is stuck in the closed position, but when you're letting nitrogen out only through the high side, then your low side pressure will push against the orifice. So it will flow this way, and that pressure on the low side, as I said earlier, it will push that tiny orifice inside here. And then I said, oh yeah, you're right. That explains it. So did I know that it should have that 1 to 2 millimeter movement on the orifice when you push it inside the expansion valve? Yes, of course I knew that. I just ignored that detail. Just ignore that. It's as simple as that. I don't know why, or just stuck on that thought. But never have I ever had an expansion valve broken and stuck, especially in the closed position. Congratulations to Danfoss, but they are very reliable. They don't usually fail. So yeah, I did make myself look very stupid.
Well, you should have kept your mouth shut.
Well, sound very stupid because it was a telephone conversation, but that just reminds us that sometimes we can make silly mistakes, and we're here to learn. So that's why I decided to share this story, and hopefully we could all laugh about it. And again, I'm not the best engineer out there, but I'm here to learn, and I'm sure others are doing exactly the same thing. One big question is, what caused this expansion valve to basically get stuck? Well, it could be a filter dryer being blocked, it could be moisture in the system, it could be that the mechanism inside is corroded and that tiny needle inside the expansion valve, which is there, is stuck. It could be several things, but let me know what you think, and do tell me in a comment if you had any other issues with this and what were the symptoms. So, thanks for watching. To see you next time.